Morning with Elite Body Shop Solutions, and it is Motivation Monday. And today's message is inspired by an amazing week I had last week at the CIC conference in Palm Springs. It's called the Collision Industry Conference, and it was a great time because I got to hang out with industry leaders there helping one another grow and become better at what they do. This is a group of people that give selflessly all the time. That's why this is a room that is filled with some of the most powerful people in the collision industry, and I'm just proud to be a small part of it. So let me ask you an important question here. Which party do you belong? That's the theme of today's message. Which party do you belong? Are you a member of the pity party, or are you a member of the success party? Welcome everybody to Motivation Monday. So what is the one thing that most powerful men and women, the most powerful people of our time, what do they credit their success to, right? Any guesses? The people that are the most successful on the planet credit their success to, that's right, the people that they associate with. This is a very powerful and important message today, right? We live in a time where it's very easy to become a member of the pity party because it gives some of us comfort to know that there's other people out there that have problems like we do. The problem when you associate with these people is you end up digging yourself a hole, which is the opposite of building each other up for success, because you're pulling each other down when you join a pity party. You need to associate with people that are going to collectively work together to help everyone in the group meet their goals and become more successful than the sum of its parts. Hope that makes sense. We live in a world of massive disruption right now. That's something that we talked about at the conference last week quite a bit. There are disruptors and there are people that are going to be disrupted. And you have a choice, right? And this comes from my friend Frank Turlip, who's going to be joining me on a webinar later this week. We got disruptors and we got the people that are being disrupted, and you have a choice to be one or the other. You can choose to be with the success party, or you can join the pity party and be disrupted yourself. Okay. So you need to create or join some kind of a peer group, especially those of you that are independent business owners. You're out there, you feel like you're all alone. You don't have to be. There's a lot of people out there that can help you achieve your goals together because they care, right? And you've got to take on an attitude of service to them, right? You can't join a peer group and just selfishly take. You have to join a peer group where you are willing to give, right? And when you do that, you get. See, givers gain. That's the way this works. So Jim Rohn, famous motivational speaker, said, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So ask yourself, who are the 5 people that you're spending most of your time with? Are they helping you become more successful? Are they members of the success party, or are they members of the pity party? You really need to ask yourself this. One of my favorite books, and most of you that know me have heard me reference this book quite a bit. This is a very old copy of Think and Grow Rich. I think it's one of my original copies from back in the, maybe even as late back as the 80s. But one of the things that all the successful people credit themselves to in Think and Grow Rich is what they call the mastermind groups, right? So the mastermind may be defined as a coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between 2 or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. I hope that makes sense. So who else agrees with this, right? Well, how about Henry Ford? You guys remember Henry Ford? He was a member of one of the most famous mastermind groups in history called the Vagabonds, or is it Vagabonds? I'm not sure which. Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Harvey Firestone, a guy named John Burroughs, who a lot of people don't know, but he was a very famous naturalist back in the turn of the century. Can you imagine how cool it would be to go camping with the Vagabonds or a group of people like this, the most successful people in history? Did you know that Andrew Carnegie credited his success for the people that he surrounded himself with? He knew very little about making steel, but he surrounded himself with people that knew more about making steel than he did. And as a result, in today's dollars, he was worth, at the height of his career, $309 billion in today's money. So that would be like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and Warren Buffett's net worths all combined. Just to put this in perspective, how powerful that was. And he credited his power and his success to the people he surrounded himself with. You can too. You don't have to be Andrew Carnegie to gain the benefits of becoming a member of the Success Party. Okay. So some of the benefits to being in a peer group, and I know this firsthand because I have been in peer groups most of my life, some better than others, but you have an increased awareness of the things going on in your industry. You have moral support. You've got people there cheering you on. And that's something we really need sometimes, especially as entrepreneurs, because it can get a little bit lonely out there. You have accountability. You know, a true friend is going to kick your butt for not putting in the work that you promised, right? You've got massive resources. You have an increased knowledge bank that you would never have by yourself. Imagine being surrounded with some of the brightest minds in your industry, and you have access to all of that knowledge. There's nothing you couldn't accomplish with that. It gives you the ability to constantly be brainstorming for new, fresh ideas, things that are going to move you in your business or your life in the direction that you want to go. Challenging each other to grow. See, everybody in a peer group helps each other grow. When you're a member of the pity party, it's the opposite. It's you're pulling everybody down, right? And that's not what you want. So I want to inspire you guys to build a better life and a better business by associating with people that have the same desires to be successful. Plus, it's a lot of fun hanging out with these people, right? And it'll drive you into possibilities that you may have never imagined possible for you. So this message is something I feel especially passionate about because it's made such a huge difference in my life. I've applied it in my life, and I'm extremely grateful for all the others that have helped me get where I'm going in life. And it's helped me a lot. And I have helped them in return because I want to be a giver as well, right? So givers gain. I want you to share this message with other people that you care about that could benefit from this message. I really appreciate you guys joining me here every Monday. Go out, please leave a comment how this message applies to you and how you're going to apply it in your life, and share it with a friend. We sure appreciate you being here. We will see you, guess what, next Monday on Motivation Monday. Thanks for being here with me, folks.